I hope my hat is not left in my car. Well, I mean, I can still get it. That except there's still hang on, guys. I just need to start my need Oh boy. All right. What is up, everyone? Welcome to another live stream. And we are going to be reviewing two of the best episodes of Star Wars television that I think I just experienced. Well, two of them at least. Like I know that there's a lot. Like everyone's gonna say the Luke Skywalker episode, in Mandalorian, the reintroduction book of Boba. I mean, the reintroduction of Boba Fett, Mando season 2, and some of the Mandalorian stuff, as well as the Rebels, Clone Wars stuff as well, if we like to count it. But these two episodes of Ahsoka, yeah, we're gonna be talking about it. We just got done watching it. Uh and I'm sorry to everyone that I'm legit streaming this at 1:18 a.m. I know some people are like, man, we wanted to do a watch party. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. This Friday, I will be doing a watch party for the fans who actually did not watch this episode, well, these two episodes. So if you want to watch these two episodes, yeah, yeah, exactly. Uh, it's either going to be maybe Friday or even Thursday, actually, to be honest with you. Um, but yeah, no, I'm just looking at my schedule. That's why Thursday I'm completely so I might actually do it that day. So guys, make sure you are there. And I hope everyone watches this review because let me tell you what, I'm actually gonna go full shill mode because these two episodes were like brilliant. Like I have no complaints. That's the thing. People are gonna say that, man, you gotta not like something, right? No, I actually genuinely like this. Like, like, I like every single thing that they said and they did. And they confirmed the very thing I said on live just a few, maybe 2 months ago or a month ago. I don't remember that. Yes, Morgan Elsbeth is indeed a Night Sister. So, guys, let's give a round of applause. Also, they confirmed that Sabine is not force sensitive. So that's another thing I said, you know? You know? It's fantastic. You know? Hang on a minute. Mm-hmm. No, I agree. Or wait, let me actually see.
Okay, I guess I'm just going to have to go like this. I guess. Can you at least hear Nindroid? Yeah,
Yeah, we're good.
if there
We're
was
good.
technical difficulties on my channel, what I will say to this is, hello guys, welcome to Dylan's Little Hobbies. We're going to live on both my channel and Nindroid243's channel right now, talking about Ahsoka. We just saw the show, and it was absolutely epic. And while I had a lot of like I had negative thoughts going into this show, but I pushed that aside and I just sat down, watched it, and my God, I was blown away. It feels like I just got done watching. It feels like I just got done watching a Star Wars movie, not a Star Wars show. It's
Yeah.
actually
Well,
absolutely
yeah,
incredible.
exactly, Dylan. And that's
Tim
me.
says, Sabine, I thought was confirmed she was force. No, she is not force sensitive.
No.
They confirmed that she is not force sensitive in this show, man. And I love that because here's the thing about force sensitivity. Uh, 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 um, Everyone is sensitive to a certain point to the force. That's why it's called force sensitivity. Sabine cannot use the force in the way a Jedi would use the force, but she can sense it to a degree and use the lightsaber. I love the fact that she isn't force sensitive, so she'll never be able to use the force and call her lightsaber towards her. That's not her ability, but she is able to fight like a Jedi. Which, if they turned her force sensitive, I would have a humongous conflict with that because Sabine Wren was such an amazing character who wasn't force sensitive. She doesn't need to be
Hmm.
force sensitive to be an amazing character. And by confirming she is not force sensitive, what they basically did is they said she's still a fantastic character and still can and learn to use a lightsaber. That's great.
Well,
I'm
and
strangely
that's the
okay with it. Like I feel like I should be
that's the
conflicted
thing.
about this, but I'm not. I thought it was brilliant.
Well, yeah, no, no, and we're also going to see now a Jedi without Force abilities. You do realize that, right? Like, Ahsoka's
Tim
legit going to be
asks,
taking
when did they say that? Um,
second episode.
Ninjoid says second episode.
No, it was legit the
Which,
second
yeah,
episode.
yeah, it was legit the second episode. They confirmed that she is not force sensitive.
We're going to get a Jedi that's not Force sensitive. I love that. I feel
I
like that's
actually really like
refreshing.
that. She is a Mandalorian. She doesn't need the force to be cool.
Mhm.
Uh, Tim talks is she called her a Padawan. Yes, because she is learning under Ahsoka, but she cannot
She's
learn to use the
learning to
Force.
be a Jedi, but the thing is, she's not gonna have Force abilities. You do realize the
Jim, I'm gonna watch
Jedi
that about
is
10 times. I don't know what you're talking about.
still no. Okay, so wait, can I explain first? I'm trying to
Yes,
talk.
please.
Okay, so the Jedi doesn't mean that immediately you have the Force. A Jedi, it's a part of a religion, and it's like a practice. It's legit space monks. They are guardians of peace and justice. So we're finally going to get a Jedi that doesn't use Force abilities. That's cool for me. I
That's
actually
cool.
feel like that's a nice idea. That's actually, like, to me, a genuinely different idea, which I actually like. Maybe a part of Ray's new movie, we're actually going to see some of that. I don't know. But, to see the next generation Jedi be a mix of Force sensitives and non Force sensitives, like, I like that.
Yeah,
That could be really cool. That might be the future of Star Wars, even. Sabine might be the first one, you know, of a new generation, you know?
which I actually like that idea. But no, yes, they did confirm that she's not force sensitive. But along with that, it also confirmed that Morgan Elsbeth was actually in charge of the Corellian Imperials building Star Destroyers there. So, thus, that means the very Star Destroyer that you saw in the beginning of Solo a Star Wars story was under her reign and her command. So, thus, guys, the Imperial presence on Corellia actually connects back to Morgan Elsbeth. So, there's a connection to Solo, a Star Wars story. So, that's cool. Um, as well as many other things. The story, I love how it's structured very well. I love how the story is very structured. It's very straightforward. I love that there's a crawl. I love
Oh
that there's
yes, the crawl was amazing, dude.
yeah, and I love how it actually panned down to reveal a ship as well. Like that's great. The editing is outstanding as well. I love the transitions. That's Star Wars transitions, and the music feels like Star Wars music. It's not some of the half-fast music that like they just keep on playing repeatedly, or it's like Andor where the music is not even Star Wars, and it's not like Kenobi's score, or it's not like Book of Boba Fett's score. It's legit, straight up Star Wars music, which I
Yeah,
love.
it's straight up
You
Star
know,
Wars music. It's fantastic. And
and
yes, Tim, yes, that is exactly correct.
what did Tim say?
He said, so it's like the dude from Rogue One. So what you're saying is she is like that dude. Everyone somewhat can tap into the Force.
Yes, but the
Yes.
thing is, she's not gonna tap into the Force, I don't think, or
Well,
she
well,
might.
what? Yeah,
She
she
might
can't use the
mildly.
Force. Yeah.
Yeah, she can't use it to like mind trick someone, but
Well,
she.
remember, the dude from Rogue One,
Yeah, I
the
know.
monk, he couldn't use the Force either.
I know. I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So it's
Yeah, it's
like
just
cheer
like
up
that.
Inway.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just like cheer up Inway. Yes, I actually, yes, no, that's actually a good example, I guess,
Yeah.
of that. But like cheer up Imwe though was not taught in the ways of the Jedi. That's the
Yeah, he
thing. Where
wasn't. She
Sabine
actually going to be taught in the
is
ways of the
actually
Jedi.
going to become a Jedi, though. Like, it's a religion. That's the thing that people forget. The main line, and trust me, I watched A New Hope. I was showing a friend of mine A New Hope for the first time. And we watched it, and I remember one of the best lines of the movie was the one Imperial officer saying that you're foul old religion and all that other stuff. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he was legit name calling the Jedi as a religion. And you guys got to remember that. Everyone forgets it. Everyone thinks they're just heroes. Like Jedi are just heroes, they're just, and it's like no, there's actual like that's why in like Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, you see those ancient Jedi texts, and I know people hate those movies, but it's almost like a Bible, almost. That Jedi textbook and all that. So it's like you guys got to realize that it's like a religion, just like how the Sith is actually a religion as well. It's just different from Jedi. So like I like this. I like this a lot. Um and then let's talk about the opening scene where Morgan Elsbeth was trapped in the New Republic ship, and then Balin, the new antagonist, the two of the new antagonists. There's actually three. There's an Inquisitor as well, which we'll talk more about the Inquisitor in a few minutes. But
Yeah.
yes, those two former Jedi, at least Balin was a former Jedi. And the thing is with them, if you guys have caught up, they are dark Jedi. which we're gonna figure out what does Dark
Balin
Jedi
was a
mean
former Jedi.
in the
And
show.
the thing
I can
is
infer
with
that
them,
at least, Dylan, because it seems
Yeah,
like they're gonna explain a lot of shit with Balin and his apprentice, which I can't remember her name right now, but I have read her name before. But yeah, no, I love Balin so far. I feel like he's cool. I feel like both of them are cool. The master and apprentice, you know. I like them as Dark Jedi right now. I like that they are no Jedi, and I like how brutal they were in the ship. They were just slaughtering, and I like that a lot. Great way to introduce your antagonists. And I
absolutely.
love how we get to see more of them, and I love also the Inquisitor that Morak, or whatever the Inquisitor's name is. I forget. It's something Morak or something like that.
Hmm.
Um, the name of that Inquisitor, I mean, no, the Inquisitor is very mysterious. I really hope that we get to see a face reveal. Maybe it's someone from Ahsoka's past. You know, I am a little bit like I was a little bit like, man, that's sad because they said he to Morak or whatever. And honestly, you know who I actually wanted the Inquisitor to be?
Who?
Can you guess who would become an Inquisitor that was a former Jedi? Think of who would have been trained as an Inquisitor.
I don't know. Just say it, man.
Barris.
Dude, that would be epic because of the um.
Ahsoka
Oh,
connection.
dude, you are so right. That would be epic because of the Ahsoka connection that she would have with Barris over being a
Yeah,
Padawan.
yeah. Which I mean, we really have not gotten like we've known that they say Morak is a he, but at the same time, though, we have heard the Morak talk. You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, we might be on something. I'm just saying that was my theory that the Inquisitor was Barris.
Yep.
So I mean, let's see where it goes, but I know it has to be someone because they're legit. No marketing has been who the hell that Inquis. Like even the Lego figure, you open the helmet and it's no face. So it's like, okay, who the hell are you? They're really trying to keep the secret of who the hell the Inquisitor Morak is. So
Yeah.
it's like, all right, let's see who it is. Um, I
I
am
hope it. Now that you said that, I really hope it's Barris because if it's just some rando, I mean, I don't mind. I wouldn't mind if it's some rando. But the
yeah.
idea of it being Barris excites me like no end. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna end up being that dude, but I hope it is.
And then Mike and Monster are here. Both episodes are fire. Yeah. Mike's like, I think Barris could be the Inquisitor, but I don't think it could because I don't think Barris would just randomly come out after many years as an Inquisitor, especially during the Mando era. Well, you do realize actually all Inquisitors were
Yeah, all of
destroyed.
them were.
All of them were destroyed under Darth Vader, so I feel like this one just survived. That's why we
Mm-hmm.
don't see any more Inquisitors. So I feel like this could be Barrish because honestly, I mean, she has already fought against Anakin once before.
Yeah,
So,
that's true. And
I
she put up
mean,
a really good battle against Anakin too, and Anakin was
Yeah,
a full-fledged Jedi at that point.
exactly. So the idea of Barris possibly being the Inquisitor would make a lot of sense. Now, would there be some explanation for new fans? Hopefully, yes, because
Hopefully, yeah.
not everyone has seen
Yeah,
that.
something that they did really good within this episode, and you brought it up already, man, backstage, but they basically gave all the information new fans needed without having to go watch uh, the Rebels or Ahsoka in Clone Wars themselves. They gave all the information they needed, but they didn't make it feel like it was too much for the fans who already knew the stuff.
Yeah,
It
it
was
wasn't
just
too much
simple.
exposition.
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
was
was
just
very
perfect.
simple. It was
It's like if you want more information, go watch those shows. But here's the information you need to catch up. You know,
exactly.
and that's it.
And I
Not too
love
much points
how
either.
um I love just oh my god, a lot of things. I love um Lothal looked beautiful, and that's another thing. Compared to Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan Kenobi and Mando season 3 especially, the production is amazing. Like visually, this is like this goes back to Mandalorian season 2. Like I'm
You're
not
right about
taking
that, Tim.
away from anything, like it looks fantastic, like it doesn't look cheap. So,
Yeah. No, I agree with you completely. It was so much fun too. That's something that's really important to say, that a lot of Star Wars, and I'm serious, I've not had this much fun with Star Wars in a long time. I'm sorry, but The Mandalorian did not feel that fun to me. I enjoyed Mandalorian, but didn't feel that fun. Um, Andor, I thought was going to be a lot funner, and it didn't feel that fun. This felt fun, dude.
well,
This
this
felt like
felt like
Star
Mando
Wars.
season 2. This felt like Mando
It
season
did.
2.
It did.
With it being fun. See, what Dylan's talking about is Book of Boba Fett. At
Mm,
first was fun for both of us,
yep.
but the thing is, you gotta strip it down. You actually gotta look that it's not.
Yeah.
It's not
And
what
then
it
the
is.
Obi-Wan Kenobi show.
And then
I absolutely loved the
Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi show at first. But even
Oh
I
well,
have to
now you
admit that there's a lot of problems with it.
see. Now that's the thing. Kenobi. I remember I started talking bad about Kenobi, and Dylan over here was like, "How dare you?" and all that. And then it flipped. Next episode, I was like, "Man, that was actually pretty okay." And then Dylan's like, "Oh man, this sucks." And I'm like, "Just watch. The final episode will actually be the best one." And you're
It was
like, "No
good.
way." And then it was actually the best episode of the whole show.
And now both of us are kind of
Then
like, yeah, that was fun, but it should have
no,
been
it
better.
wasn't fun. No, it wasn't. It was very meh. The
Yeah, it
Obi-Wan
was
Kenobi
meh.
show
It
was
was
meh,
meh.
you
Yeah.
know, looking back on it. And I actually did not have
You're right,
like
Tim.
I
Tim says it feels like a live action Rebel show, and it does.
well, that's what's great about it.
Mhm.
And also to the people who were like, man, yo, Rebels was kitty. This is not kitty at all.
No, it's not.
Like,
Not at
right
all.
here. Well, like that's the
Neither
thing.
was Clone
So,
Wars, and neither is Rebels.
well, yeah, no, but you said that Rebels was pandering a little bit to like it being on Disney XD. This
It
doesn't
was.
feel like pandering.
I felt like that
This doesn't
watching
feel
Rebels. This doesn't feel like that. This doesn't feel like that at all. You're right.
yeah. Now, um,
And there's something else that I really like about it, that I don't want to get too much into it, but the whole girl power thing. I don't know about you, dude, but I felt no agenda being pushed here, which I
no,
love.
there was no agenda. There was
There
no
was
agenda.
nothing like that.
And people might say Sabine cutting her hair is saying something like She
Yeah,
might be like a
that's
lesbian
not
or
why she
whatever.
cut her
That's
hair.
not why she cut
She
her
cut
hair.
her
It's
hair because
because of
she
her
didn't need the
helmet.
helmet.
It's
Yeah.
because of her helmet. That's exactly why.
She
And
wears
if
short
you
hair in the
actually
Clone
watch,
Wars. I mean,
you
Clone
mean
Wars.
in Rebels,
Rebels. Yeah,
Rebels,
thank you.
exactly. And if you actually watch the scene where she cuts her hair, she's legit looking down at the helmet. So if you guys are freaking smart, you would infer that, oh, it's because of the helmet. So, guys, there is no forceful agenda here.
Yeah,
This is
and
good
anyone
agenda.
who
This
looks
is
at
good.
this and
This is
says
how
that there's
you actually
agenda in
do
it,
it.
anyone who looks
No,
at
but
this and
this is
says that there's agenda in it, is basically just pushing back their agenda. I'm serious. There's
no,
no
but
agenda here. Period.
this is how you do the whole thing of woman power. Correct. There is no forcefulness.
Exactly.
Like Ahsoka's fantastic in these two episodes. Sabine is so fantastic as well.
And so is
Hera is
Hera.
exactly, and also the Inquisitor, I mean not the Inquisitor, the Padawan to Balin, she was pretty cool as well, to be honest. Like, I actually want to know more about them. So I like that. And also the magistrate was cool as well. So it's like, I just named off a lot of women, and let me tell you what, this is not it. This is not saying, "Oh, look at this woman. This woman's so powerful, and
Yep.
look at that man right there." No, it's
And
legit.
Tim
It
is right.
treats
Tim
people as
says they didn't
equal.
put down any male characters, and that's correct. They didn't do
Exactly,
that.
exactly. And that's all that we give a shit about,
Hmm.
and I love that. I
We
love
care about good characters, and Ahsoka and Sabine and Harrison Dula are three of the best characters. I do not like the term female characters because it doesn't matter if it's female or if it's male. I care about whether it's a good character, and all three of them are great
exactly.
characters.
Exactly, bro. This is what I'm talking about. And Ahsoka also, um, I love how um the writing is not sloppy as well. I'm gonna say that. I was very worried because Book of Boba Fett's writing was very sloppy, and Mandalorian season 3 was sloppy, and Obi-Wan Kenobi was sloppy. Andor just does not feel like Star Wars. I'm not gonna criticize the writing because the writing was actually solid of Andor. It's just that it was not a Star Wars show.
Yep.
But those other three, Mando season 3, Obi-Wan, and Book of Boba Fett, the writing, and this is factual. This isn't just opinion. This is like factual. You can tell that the writing was half-fast on those three projects. This, though, at least judging from the first two episodes, the writing, they took their time. Dave Filoni took his time, and he knew what needed to be done. And I
Yep.
love that. I love that. It's like a guy with a plan. This is a man with a plan here, guys. A man with a vision, a man with a plan. And I love that they are building up to Thrawn and Ezra. I love that they mentioned Ezra and they showed his hologram of his recording to Sabine, and also that we saw his lightsaber, which is actually now Sabine's saber,
Which
according
is
to
great.
what's his name, the droid, Hen, the
Sabine
Padawan
saber.
droid, according to them, the younglings droid, where he makes the lightsabers. um Henwit, no, Jesus, Hungway, whatever. Jesus, now I feel bad for not saying his name. But you know who I'm talking about, Dylan.
Yeah, I
um
know exactly who you're talking about.
And Ahsoka was, I love that Ahsoka actually did try to train Sabine, and Sabine and her had a whole fallout, and I like that. And then we also got them being brought back together. I like that as well. I love the callback to Phantom Menace of Balin's apprentice The probe droid going back to her. Love that callback. It really did feel like the Phantom Menace scene with the droid going back to Darth Maul. Really did.
Yeah.
And I really just I loved how Lothal was. I loved the governor and all that. I
I like the
loved
Lothal cat. I
Yeah,
like the
the Lothal
story.
cast. I
And
loved
it
the
was
story.
interesting. So basically, we have Ahsoka Tano going to search for this map, which shows both the Star Wars galaxy and another galaxy, and she finds it at a Dathomirian, which not the
World.
home world,
It was
but
an
it
old
was a
world.
temple.
It was
It was a
Yeah, it was
temple,
a
right?
temple in the world. Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
former home of the Night Sisters. And see, that's the thing. My theory was that Morgan Elsbeth, the High Magistrate or the Magistrate, was a Night Sister. You can legit ask Dylan. Did call that like back when the trailer came out of the second trailer. I said, look at that
Yeah.
green flame. I said, look at it, and I'm like, she's gonna be a Night Sister. And I remember Monster was like, no, I don't think so. Because
Tim
I
says
remember,
Balin is the most interesting character to him. Balin was a
yeah,
really interesting
no, I
character.
agree. I agree. I actually agree. Balin was, yeah, no, that like I legit said that while us watched it together. We watched
Yeah.
it together. I kept on saying Balin might become one of my new fan favorites. And the sad thing is, though, Ray Stevenson died, so that means we're not gonna get any more of his character after this season of Ahsoka
Which is a darn shame. Rest in peace.
because I really like his character so far.
Yeah.
I
Uh huh.
mean, sweet Jesus, like man, I was like, man, this guy, like, come on now, I'm so hyped, and it's like, he's gonna just die. And I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to seeing and learning more about him.
Yeah.
Um,
Same.
you know, like, and see, yeah, no, that's another thing. I just was reading this article now. This makes the series feel like a weekly event compared to the usual odd release hours for most Disney Plus shows. The fact that it's released at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, aka 6 p.m. your time, Dylan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I actually agree with that. I actually think this is better for Plus. I hope Disney Plus
I
actually
hope
learns.
Disney continues this because
Now,
this was great.
yeah, I'm not saying though, guys, to move it to Tuesdays, all your Disney Plus content. What I'm saying is, I would actually much rather Star Wars content is moved to Fridays and
Same.
Marvel content moved to maybe another day of the week, like maybe Wednesday, I guess. But
Yeah.
Star
Wednesday
Wars,
would work.
yeah, but Star Wars, I always felt like was great on Fridays, especially those
Well, Star
Mandalorian.
Wars Wednesday.
No, Wednesdays Star Wars. Ever since Bad Batch, that was when they started on
Oh, I
Wednesday.
see. Yeah. It used to be
Um,
on Friday. You are right. Friday or
yeah,
Saturday.
yeah, exactly. No, it
You
was
used to be
always on.
able to wake up Saturday morning and watch Mando with your cereal. That's what I did.
Bro, no. You know what I did? I remember because Galactic Chat used to be every single Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That was when Austin and I legit got up and we watched Mando season 2 and we had the blast of it and we freaking streamed it. We were all excited to stream it every
And
single
that's how I met you guys.
Exactly. So now we're going to be doing this with Ahsoka.
Oh, absolutely.
So guess what, guys? Expect a galactic chat that's actually going to be focused on Star Wars. So,
Uh,
you know,
Tim says, despite his death in real life, he think he'll die in the series. I think so too. I think his Padawan might kill him. Actually, what do you think, Nindroid?
yes, that actually might make her even better of a character,
It really
actually,
would.
now that you just said that. Yeah, no, I actually agree. I think that will actually happen. Now that you just said that, we're both gonna call it. That will happen.
Yeah, that will happen sometime in this. Sometime, I bet you by the end of this episode, might be the last episode, but I think she's going to kill her master.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I agree. Um, then, what else did we have in this? Oh yeah, I love seeing Chopper again. Like
Chopper
with
was
his
fun. Chopper
yeah.
Chopper was
Um,
great.
the ship battles were good as well.
As well
Um,
as the light. Here's something just to talk about: the special effects. Let's talk about this
yeah.
for a second because we all know that in both Obi-Wan, not necessarily Book of Boba Fett, though I know a lot of people would disagree with that, but Obi-Wan and Mando season 3, the special effects sucked. In this one,
Mhm.
they were fantastic, dude.
Oh yeah, no, they this was like movie quality for me.
This was
This was
movie
straight up.
quality. This felt like I was watching a Star Wars movie, both because
Mhm.
of the music, the sound design, the image on screen, the story, and the special effects. It all felt like Star Wars. It all looked like Star Wars. I feel like I'm watching Clone Wars again. Like it's that good to me right now. It's insane. I'm
Mhm.
impressed. Can they keep
And
this
I'm
up? I hope they do.
and the thing is, I'm also looking forward to next week's episode. That's the thing. Like it
That's another
ends
thing.
with,
Yeah, me too.
like we're with Mandalorian episodes, at least season 3, you're not looking forward to next week. It's like a
Especially
chore.
at the end of Mando season 3. I mean, at the end of Mando season 3, you're not looking forward to the next thing.
Exactly. Like the next episodes and all that, you don't really give a shit about.
Exactly.
Like where with this, and see, that's the thing. One thing is that Star Wars, like lately, has been feeling like it's a chore to watch. Like Bad Batch
Exactly.
season 1 and 2, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Andor, all that is not really that much fun. Like there might be fun moments in them, but it's almost like we were in denial of what was
Mm-hmm.
actually fun to
Exactly.
us. And the thing is,
Exactly. And
this is exactly what we want in Star Wars. This is what, and I'm not saying we need all these stories to be just like Ahsoka's story. No, I'm saying it needs to basically just respect um and
what came
change the world
before
George Lucas.
and
It needs
add
to respect
to the
what came
story
before
of
and
Star
add to it,
Wars.
but it
Yeah.
still needs to feel like Star Wars.
It
It
still needs to
can't
feel like
break
Star
it.
Wars.
It can't fully break it. Like what I mean is like the mods with their bikes, the different colored bikes, and them looking Vespas, that kind of broke it. That's like, man, that legit looks like something I can go to the bike shop and buy, you know, or
Mm-hmm.
um, and or it being way too real. It legit looks like a movie taking place on Earth. Like, I mean, a
Yeah,
show
it
taking
looks
place,
way too
you know,
realistic. There's not enough droids and there's
exactly.
not enough aliens.
Or stormtroopers, even to be fair. There
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of stormtroopers besides legit the last episode. They finally put some stormtroopers. So yeah. Um no, but you get what I mean by this though. Like it's legit. Yeah, that's really what I have to say right now.
Yeah.
Um
For me, dude, it just it warms my heart because here's the thing. For the longest time, like you were saying, we were like in denial of Star Wars fans, saying that this can't be that bad. It's that good, but it was mediocre. It was poorly done. And it sucks to say that, but it's true. And now we have finally returned to form within the Ahsoka, at least for these first two episodes. I'm still excited to see episode 3. I still want to believe that it will be as good as these first two episodes are. But right now, I'm satisfied as a Star Wars fan, and this is a return to form. And for all of those Star Wars fans out there, trust me, I understand. I understand. I'm like you, a Star Wars fan. So is Nindroid. A lot of the times we Star Wars fan are getting tired of mediocre content, and this is a return to form. This actually feels like Star Wars. It's insane. Hooray! Ahsoka might actually have saved the Star Wars, which is insane.
Oh yeah, no, I actually like kind of think that this is legit. Like, I feel like Disney, or I mean, more so Dave Filoni, with like, okay, well, all the fans are getting mediocre stuff. I actually have to make this one good. That same thing, like really good, you know. And I feel like he is so far delivering. I can't say that about the whole show yet, but for
Yep,
episode 1 and 2,
he definitely
it
did it.
was good, and I'm looking forward to the rest of. There's gonna be 8 episodes in this season, so I'm looking forward to the next 6.
Yep. Just like
So
Mando season one, just like Mando season two, and I mean that's great, right? You look at the Star Wars community, the fandom community, and it was split for the longest time. And Mando season one and Mando season two was able to bring the fandom together over our just basic love of Star Wars. And I actually feel like Ahsoka Tano has not only that chance, but has already achieved that in my heart with these two episodes. Can it keep that? I hope it does. But that's something I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to seeing the change in the Star Wars community because of this. You know what I mean,
mhm,
Android?
mhm. Yeah, no, hopefully it does change,
Hopefully
and
it does.
hopefully the Star Wars fatigue kind of ends, kind of, or at least
Yeah.
for a little bit, you know.
At least for this show.
Yeah, for
Let's go back to the days when Mando season one and mostly Mando season two was coming out. Let's sit here and cheer for
Well,
the
also
fact that we
Clone
have
Wars season 7.
okay,
Clone Wars season 7 as well.
and Clone
Mm,
Wars season seven.
let's-
Let's cheer for the fact that
Yeah.
Ahsoka's back. Let's cheer like Luke Skywalker was back. Let's have fun with this and enjoy the story. That's I hope it comes to that, man. But so far, the first two episodes, fantastic. I think they've achieved that. Okay, so is there any more to say about it?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I actually don't think so. That's the funny.
I think we've covered
I
everything.
mean,
It looks like Star
yeah,
Wars. It sounds
yeah.
like Star Wars. It must be Star Wars, and it is. It actually is. It's not like the facade of Star Wars put on a piece of trash. No, this actually feels like Star Wars. Okay, guys. Well, I'll just end my stream first, and then we'll end yours. Nindroid243, tell the
Um,
people where they can find you at. Hold on, we have a comment here.
yeah, so Matt says the fatigue idea is silly. Shows run yearly. If it's actually good and people actually are invested, people don't care. That is incorrect, actually. I will straight up explain why. Obi-Wan would have popped if they leaned into prequel material, but they chose not to. I actually kind of disagree also with that, but I'm gonna
There's a
just
lot of
talk
problems
and
with the Ahsoka
not me.
with the Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, let me actually talk about this though. The
Go
fatigue
ahead.
idea, is silly. No, it's not. Legit. If you've done research, yeah, no, Star Wars and mostly all Disney content has been losing a lot of money. If it's actually good and people are actually are invested, people don't care.
Well, the thing is, though, Matt, for me at least, I'm not saying your opinion is like really wrong. Like, you can believe in whatever. I don't really care. Just in my eyes, it's a little wrong. Because I feel like less is more. Like quality over quantity. I mean, yeah, yeah, quality over quantity. And the thing is, like, I much rather take one good Star Wars show a year instead of three Star Wars shows a year. They're all mediocre. Like, I wish if honestly in 2023 we only got Ahsoka. I
Mhm.
genuinely think that. I wish if
Same.
Mando season three never existed. I wish if Bad Batch season two didn't even exist. I wish
Same.
if we just got this show. This show, and guess what? We
They
all would
need
have
to
been
focus on
hyped
one
for
show and not five shows that takes away the
the
writing.
momentum and the
Yeah,
hype, because part of
and
what
the
made Star Wars
quality
great
in
is
the
the
writing,
hype.
and the
Well, also,
quality in the
yeah,
writing.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I do agree with that. Obi-Wan. Now, the biggest issue with this is that Obi-Wan, there's a lot of issues, such as Reva, the Inquisitors were not actually the Inquisitors. Uh, there's it just didn't feel like it was necessary. There's a lot of issues with Obi-Wan. So honestly, even if more into prequel stuff, it would have still not saved it. I don't think. Like honestly, we don't need to see Order 66 like so many fucking times. Like I was talking about this to Austin yesterday, actually, and Austin agrees. He said he's sick of seeing Order 66 all the fucking time. Because he said it's devaluing Order 66, which I
Mhm.
actually agree with. Like the whole Grogu escape, that was not necessary, Dylan.
No, it really wasn't. It really added nothing to the story of Mandalore. It
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah,
What did it
exactly.
show? What did that actually show? The fact that Baby Yoda escaped? Guess what? We already know Baby Yoda escaped. What did that add? What did that tell us that we didn't know before? It told us nothing that we didn't know before.
Matt, yeah, no, I can see what you're talking about. The problem is people are getting a hold of mainstream Star Wars material and putting agendas in, where as Andor was less manipulated and it was great. Some people can argue otherwise. I don't think Andor was great.
Andor was good. I really enjoyed the fact that it was different, but it was a little too different. If they could reel
That's
it
the thing.
back,
I
so
like it
it
as
was
a
different
show.
on level 10. If
I
they
like it
pulled
as a
it
show.
back to being
Like,
different on level 8, I think it would have been fine. But it was a
as
little
a
different.
show, it was a B plus. As a Star Wars show, it was a C. Like it
Yeah,
was somewhere in the C. It might be even C minus. Like
I
it did
would
not
call
feel
it
like
B
Star
minus
Wars.
myself. But hey, that's just me. That's just me.
No, it doesn't feel like Star Wars, bro.
That's
But
hey,
okay.
I
Um,
think it's a B minus, but that's me.
you know, why the animated shows were great. Yes, Clone Wars and Rebels. I don't think Bad Batch was great, to be honest. That's something.
Bad Batch sucks.
Yeah.
I actually think season 2 was better than season 1. I know I'll get trash about that, but Bad Batch
No,
sucks.
season two was way better than season one. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, there
Uh,
a lot of people actually say I've been seeing people say Bad Batch season 2 was worse than season 1. I don't know
oh
how,
wow,
but
wow.
I've
That's
seen people say
weird.
that.
I actually think season two has way better episodes than season
Same,
one.
same.
Like way
And
better.
even then, with those good episodes, it's only like half of the show. Half of season one,
Exactly.
half of season
And
two is good. That means
the
we have
thing
three
is,
quarters of the show that's bad.
yeah, no, Mando season three was a product of the first two seasons being great, and so people felt the need to intervene. Yeah, no, yeah, and also I feel like the Mandalorian story actually kind of ended in season two.
Yeah,
if you
it
actually
is
think
in
about
season
it,
two completely.
you
If they
know.
did have Boba Fett, if they did have the Boba Fett show, and they up to Mando seeing Baby Yoda again and getting him back, I would think that would have done way better than what they did end up doing.
Well, yeah, that's the thing, you know. I feel like they could have combined Book of Boba Fett and Mando season 3 together. And bro, what if you actually combined Ahsoka as well? Bro, that could be a great season of Star Wars television right there.
That could be fantastic. Yeah, you know what would be fun? It would be fun to take all these three shows and basically
Yeah, and
make a
then
trilogy out of these three shows. Even I think you could even
oh
make a
no,
movie
not
out
a
of
trill. No, I'm talking an actual like show, like maybe like a
it. I know
12
what you're
episode
talking about.
show, a 12
You
episode
and I
show.
might be able to do that. You know, that
Yeah,
might be
that's
a
the thing.
fun
We
project to
gotta
do
look.
between
We
you and
gotta
me.
look at like yeah, because we're editors. That's the thing. So it's like I'm
Hmm.
trying to think of a way though to do it. To like let's see what happens in Ahsoka beforehand. You know.
Yeah.
Randomly, just thought could Sabine being Mando Jedi lead to Grogu? Um, yeah, actually, you do bring up a good point because Ahsoka's going back to train Sabine, and Sabine is a Mandalorian as well as she's going to be learning the arts of Jedi. She is not force sensitive, though. Hope
Yeah.
everyone
Thank
remembers
God.
that in the second episode. They did say that she's not force sensitive.
She is not force sensitive.
She's just being taught the ways of the Jedi because Jedi is a religion. That's one
Hmm.
thing that people forget. So that actually could be really cool, where Grogu is going to be force sensitive, a Jedi and a Mandalorian, or maybe Grogu's just going to be a force sensitive Mandalorian because he kind of rejected the Jedi ways because he wanted to go back to his, dad, Din Djarin, Mando.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, well, all three shows are going to play into an Infinity War ending. Yeah, hopefully. So I think
That's the
we're
idea.
going to be getting a Mando season 4. I think we're going to be getting for certain Mandos. I know we are getting season 4 of Mandalorian, and they said it might actually be converted into a movie, which I mean, that's cool. That might be bad, but I don't know yet. Um, Ahsoka season 2, I need to see how the first season is. So far, I would be game on for it.
Yep.
And Book of Boba Fett, I actually think desperately needs a season 2, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
I feel like that's actually a show that actually does need a season 2. And the main reason why is because season 1 was very mess. So they actually need to win back the fans with Boba. You do realize that, right, Dylan? Like,
Yeah,
you get
they
why?
do.
Because fans do want to see Boba again. They love the Boba Fett in Mando season 2. So let's get back to that Boba. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
Thrawn's gonna dunk on Ahsoka at the end of this season. Oh yeah, no, Thrawn's definitely gonna win. I
Thrawn's gonna
think.
be awesome. I cannot wait to see
Yeah.
Thrawn.
Sorry, boys. My comments obviously are delaying to what you guys are talking about.
No, that's
Studies.
fine, dude. That
Yeah,
happens
no,
all
that's
the time.
okay.
That happens
Um,
all the time.
yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah.
Um,
Speaking of which, I just saw this, and I know this is kind of getting us out of the way a little bit, but look at this chair.
dude,
Look at this
that
Emperor
looks so
Palpatine
much like
chair.
Palpatine's chair, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
no,
wait,
that's the
that's
thing. It's
because it
on the
is.
Emperor
Never
throne.
mind.
Yeah, yeah, no, it is. It's for offices and all that.
Dude, that's so cool. I want it. I need $1,400. I don't need a $1,400 chair, but that is really cool.
No, it's $1,399, buddy. I know, same price. I don't care. Um, Jinx, give me a Coke. Exactly, bro. Exactly. Yeah, no, I want that fucking chair.
So
Trust
do
me,
I.
I really want that fucking chair.
So do I.
But yeah, no,
Although I
guys.
gotta admit that the my office chair, this thing that I'm sitting in right now, this is probably one of the most comfortable office chairs I've had in a long time. This office chair right here. It was maybe I think $300, but it's really comfortable. Just off topic. We're talking about office chairs.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, I think that's gonna be it for tonight.
Yeah. Okay, so
So-
Nindroid243, tell the people where they can find you at, man.
Well, you can find me on the channel that you're hopefully watching right now. As well as Dylan's channel as well that you're hopefully watching right now.
Yep. And you guys can find me on my own channel, Dylan's Little Hobbies, if you're on his channel. And if you're on my channel, you're already on it. Go watch his channel.
Exactly. And this is Nindroid243 and Dylan's Little Hobbies signing out. Peace out, guys.
Bye, guys.
Well, that's it. Now hang on a minute. I gotta play a great outro.
Yeah, so do
Joe,
I.
the Hut's hottest singer was blown to smithereens when his rock and roll.
Subscribe to Dylan's Little Hobbies right now.
Ooh, I have an average memory.